With the turn in the weather, many of you are thinking about harvest time across the country. Joining us now for this week's Bottom Line is Neil Melancon. Neil, how is harvest going in other parts of the country?
Well, Avery, it's progressing quite nicely, especially when you compare it to this time last year. It's not without its problems, though, as unusually cool weather we've been having here in Louisiana lately has translated into early frost in some states up further north. We'll get to that in just a second, but first up, let's take a look at where we are. Corn is about 37% planted as of the start of October, 10% ahead of where we were last week, and well ahead of both last year and the 5-year average. If you remember, last year the harvest was so delayed that a good portion of the corn crop got buried in snow and wasn't even harvested until the spring. Soybeans are keeping pace, also at about 37% harvested. This is 20 percentage points ahead of last week and last year, and comfortably ahead of where we were in the 5-year average. The bottom line here is that each year is different, and while we're ahead on harvesting right now, we're also seeing some unseasonably cool weather in the growing areas, including a frost on some soybeans. Now, the USDA meteorologist Brad Rippey doesn't expect it will impact the market significantly, but it is significant in two ways. One, it does herald more cold weather to come here soon, and two, it gave news to the markets that have been caught up in the ups and downs between reports. We saw a spike in the markets briefly with the news of the freeze, after which it leveled out before the USDA report on Friday, as traders are just hungry for news right now. By the way, Avery, I will have a full coverage of that report next week.
We're looking forward to it. Thank you very much, Neil Melancon. And remember, you can catch Neil's reports from the Louisiana Farm Bureau Radio Network by clicking over to our website, twilatv.org. There you'll also find a list of stations where you can listen. Just look for the link called LFB Radio Network on the right side of the homepage.